Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity. This is the brother Mathathiah from the GMS Virginia camp, coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being a true, holy, powerful name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being a true, holy, powerful name of His only begotten Son, who the world English calls Jesus in Christ. Bahashem is in the name, and Lord willing, this will be edifying. And I want to go into this, once again, this Pop the Balloon show. It's called Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you have these women come on this show, and you also have another side of the show where men come on the show as well, and they bring out one woman. But in this instance, it's just a woman on the show, and they bring out one man. And you know, the majority of the time that these women are, when they come on the show, they're usually the so-called black woman. Okay, you know, as you see this lineup, it's all these so-called black women with multiple children and multiple baby daddies. And this guy right here, which I'm gonna play the video clip and stop it periodically, you know, he basically puts the spotlight on that, because as he comes out, they all popped their balloons, which happens very, very often on this show. When these Jake men come out, you know, they immediately pop all their balloons, and the reasons for popping their balloons were, you know, pretty interesting, being that, you know, they have multiple children and multiple baby daddies, and they are up in their age. You know, all these women are over their, you know, their 40s. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right into it.
The gab I see, so we're just gonna. I got to give the gab. Let's go. It's transparency, love. Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm 34.
Hello, Janae. Janae, what do you do?
I'm in school for fashion design. I'm an office assistant, and I'm a new entrepreneur. Just about to launch my fitness clothing line called WeFit.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon for Brian?
Hey, Brian. I love the way you speak, but for me, it was the pants. I don't like the pants too tight.
So she said because he didn't wear any a more loose fitting pant, that's why she popped the balloon. Okay, which, you know, his pants are a little tight, but they ain't that tight. Okay, they ain't like these little niggas running around here. You know, pants are. You know what I'm saying? They tight, but they ain't that tight.
I'm kind of ghetto too, so I like them a little loose, and that was just it for me.
How old are you?
34.
34? Mm-hmm. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many?
No. Granted, don't forget that she just said she popped the balloon because his pants were too tight, right?
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. Okay.
I should have said 0. Because it's just me.
So she's got 3 kids and 3 baby daddies at the age of 34. And this is the majority of these so-called black women, okay? You know, they have multiple children by multiple baby daddies. And as you're about to hear in this video, they have no remorse. They think that their actions are okay. They think that there's nothing wrong with what they have done in the past, and they shouldn't change, okay? You know, mentally from that. They think that they're all heading in the right direction, okay? You know, and this shows the delusionalness of these women, okay? Let's continue on.
You gonna lie to the public?
No, I have 3, but it's just me. I'm a single parent.
Okay.
There's no man in my life.
Okay.
And these women stand upon that. They take pride in being a single parent, a single mother, in the dating pool, you know, looking for love on the dating shows, on the dating apps. with multiple children, looking for a man to come into their lives.
No man in your life? Why is the reason for that no man in your life?
Um, well, my first child, his father passed away, and the other two are nowhere to be found. So, what can you do?
Yeah, there's no man in your life because, you know, you got issues and you got heavy demons on you. Because I mean, she looks somewhat decent. Which she's probably lying to the camera anyway. She's probably sleeping around with multiple men. Okay, but we'll take her word for it that she is not in no type of relationship. And these women really, even though they say that they're looking for a relationship, they're actually not. They're just looking for a come up. They're looking for somebody they can mess around with for a moment. All right, they're not looking for no type of relationship, man. In the day and age we live in. Okay.
They do you like that? What's wrong with them?
Something. Only God knows.
Or is it something wrong?
And these women, they always put the blame on the man. Your multiple children, your multiple baby daddies, and these women give off that, or I should say, these women have that same mindset as she goes down the line, which you're about to hear. Okay, they have that same mindset. That it's always the man's problem. It's always the man's fault. It's never their fault. Okay, and they're never responsible, for their actions. And this is what society condones and promotes. They promote this type of behavior, all right, this type of mindset, all right.
With you?
Possibly, but I think I'm just fine.
Yeah, see, she said she thinks she's just fine. She said, ain't no problem with me. I got 3 baby daddies. I got 3 kids. I'm single. I'm on a dating show, approaching 40 years old. And she expects a man to pick her and choose her. Okay? And these women, I would say the majority of these women on earth are detached from reality. Okay? They don't think realistically. They don't think logically. Okay? Because of the energy, the vibration. All right? Since these women love to use that vibe word, the devil has pushed this energy and vibration upon the earth, okay, which has you women bamboozled and confused. But soon reality is going to set in, and we're looking forward to it, okay? Reality is going to set in very, very soon, and you women are going to be in a serious, serious situation, man, all right, when these various things that are at your fingertips get taken from you, because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is about to execute, a great judgment upon this earth, especially Babylon the Great, okay, America. And he's about to send plagues upon this place, and he's about to take that comfort away from you women that you have, okay? Let's continue on.
I think you're just fine as well.
Thank you.
Right, but to say that a 41-year-old man is disqualified because of his pants?
You're 41?
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you said 40.
I'll be 41 in September. That's coming up.
I like it. It's okay for you. It's not my style. With everything going on, I like the pants to be a little bit.
Yeah, meanwhile, she got her titties sagging out, her stomach, her back, her arm, ugly ass tattoos. And she said, which I agree to an extent that his pants are a little tight, but they ain't that tight. Okay, it might be tight a little around the ankles, but they pretty loose fitting compared to what you see in 2024. Okay, and she said she popped the balloon because of his pants. Meanwhile, she's got, once again, 3 baby daddies, 3 kids. Let's continue on.
Maggie, that's all.
Where you from, love?
Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been out here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and all these women have a very masculine, what's the word I'm looking for? They have a very masculine personality. Salaki. Sometimes my phone just starts playing music for no reason. Salaki. Yeah, all these women have a very masculine personality. Okay, they're not feminine at all when they and this is the majority of the times I watch this Pop the Balloon show, you know, these so-called black women that come on there, they're not feminine, and they have no, uh, you know, qualities that, you know, a man in his right mind would seek to have in his woman. Okay, they're non-submissive, and they'll come out here and they'll come right out of their mouths and tell you that. All right, with no shame. All right, real quick, let's get a scripture, and then we can continue on in this video. Let's go to Job 39. Man, come on, man. Yo, Esau be fucking with these phones, man. All right, let's go to Job 39 and 17. It says, because Yahweh hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. So these women are deprived of wisdom and understanding. Okay, they don't learn from the bad decisions that they've made earlier in their lives, which they're continually making. And they don't want to listen, they don't want to learn, and they damn sure don't want to listen and learn from, you know, a man. Okay, they actually despise that, you know. Let's continue on.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
I am Venusian, 39.
And you said Venusian? And what do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
Oh. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm a free-spirited.
Yeah, TikTok creator manager, you know, and which that translates into, you know, she's got an Instagram, a Facebook, or an OnlyFans, and makes money off of posting provocative pictures online.
Woman, so having to check in with somebody like they are my parent is something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I popped my balloon.
Yeah, she popped her balloon because she didn't want to be in no type of order under a man. Okay, she didn't want to be ultimately submissive. Let's run that back.
Have your name and age.
I am Venusian, 39.
And you said Venusian? And what do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
Oh. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm a free-spirited woman, so having to check in with somebody like they are my parent is something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I popped my balloon.
What do you mean check in like they're your parent?
The way that you were discussing how somebody needs to constantly, when we're out and about, to text or call and check in, that's something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why.
So she said she's a free spirit person, you know, and the sad part is these women actually think, you know, the things that they're speaking about, the things that they say, you know, are attractive to men. You know, they think that their, you know, their job, you know, their outfits, okay, you know, their children, their kids, all that, you know, is what a man's looking for when it's actually, you know, not. It's actually the complete opposite. Their age, their experience, you know. Nobody wants you old single mothers, man. Okay? Let's go to Sirach 25 real quick. Let's go down to the 16th verse. It says, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. All right? Hey, any woman that, you know, doesn't want to be submissive to her man, you know, and just like she said, you heard her say, she said she don't want to check in. She don't want no type of order established. She wants to be able to do whatever she wants to do, and you're supposed to be okay with that, you know. And another thing, you have men out there that will, you know, will get with a woman like this and abide by her rules that she sets down, and be okay with their woman running around, you know. I just did a video on, you know, Jonathan Mayer's wife, Megan Good, basically getting swept off her feet by Michael J. You know, and Jonathan Mayer just stood there and, you know, basically, you know, hey, took that on the chin, right? You know, you got a lot of men that don't stand for nothing, man. Okay? Let's continue on. It says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like a sun. Hey, they all had smiles on their face when he came out, you know. And some of them still even got balloons in their hands, and he's about to make a statement, and they're going to pop them joints quick. You know, they all had smiles on their face, you know, and until, you know, he came out with some requirements that he was looking for and he wanted out of a woman. And they knew that they, you know, could not meet those requirements, okay? It says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. As the climbing up of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is the wife full of words to a quiet man. Verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Yeah, you brothers out there, you know, hey, dealing with these women, you know, you can't just look at her beauty and how she looks. Hey, these women, you know, their minds are all messed up inside, man. Okay? These women ain't right, man. You know? I'm talking about the majority of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women. Y'all ain't right. You know, now there are some few sisters out there that, you know, are trying, okay, and you know are in their right mind, so to speak. All right, let's continue on. It says, "Stumble not at the beauty of women, and desire not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A man that will not comfort her husband, Slaki. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees." All right, these women look at these men as, uh, you know, someone to uh, do things for them, and they're not willing to give anything back. Okay, you know, they have all these requirements, all these guidelines, you know, all these restrictions. But here it is, you know, they got 3, 4, 5 baby daddies, 6, 7 kids. They're damn near 45 years old. Okay, this is madness, right? Let's continue on this video.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
TikTok creator manager? For what company? Or is it for yourself?
It's for TikTok.
For TikTok?
Social media.
Okay, social media?
TikTok manager creator. That means, I'm gonna say it once again, that means she, you know, takes pictures of herself in bikinis and, you know, gets flown all over the earth, and uploads it to her TikTok, her Instagram, and her fake Facebook. And these women make a lucrative amount of money doing this, okay? And you can thank Esau for that. You know, Esau has given these various different things to these women and made it very, you know, lucrative for them. And I wouldn't doubt it if Esau, you know, one of these wicked elites really just put a whole lot of funding into these various different apps concerning Instagram and Facebook, you know, that'll, you know, ultimately make these women rich for just posting pictures of themselves, man. Okay, because I find it hard to believe, which, you know, we know a lot of men will, you know, give over their money and their funds to a certain degree to these women on these various different apps. But, you know, I find it hard to believe that this is where, you know, all that money that they're making off of OnlyFans, Instagram, Facebook, etc. is coming from. All right, just my personal opinion.
Social media agent, yes.
Okay, how many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I was just asking because for real men, that's what matters. Mm-hmm. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it? Well, there's
that's definitely right.
Under why I got
that's
pregnant.
That's definitely right.
That's nor here or there, and that's not what I'm here for.
Yes, hey, yo, stay away from the so-called black woman at all costs. Run for the hills. Let's continue on to Sirach 25 real quick. This is verse 21. It says, "Stumble not at Salakia." Verse 24. It says, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die." It says, give the water no passes, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad, okay? And these women are wicked as hell, all right? And they expect liberty uh, to be able to gad abroad in the streets, to be able to sleep who they, want to sleep with. You just had this judge, I forgot her name, but she's a so-called black judge, basically assault a police officer, and she was out at the club, you know, uh, shaking her ass, getting drunk, dressed provocatively, and she is a judge, and she sentences people to jail, and so-called is supposed to be an expert in the law of the land. Let's continue on.
Okay, definitely. You're a beautiful woman, though.
Thank you.
But I respect your answer.
Yeah, let's go back here. Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
I'm Shay, and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county, and I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
Okay. All right, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. Oh, how many baby daddies you got? And then, it's just, does that matter? You say future, so that's they past.
Yeah, that's a very important question. That's the first question you should lead with. First question being, obviously in this, scenario, they're supposed to be quote unquote single. But, the first question you should lead with an approaching woman is if they're single. Okay? But in this scenario, taking it that he thought that they're all single, of course, the second question should be if you got kids. And a third question, for me, I don't want the next, straight off the contingency of, them having children. But nevertheless, a valid third question is, how many baby daddies, Because, I mean, he's not like, not one of these women watching this particular episode that I've, heard of so far, which I didn't watch the whole thing, said that they had a just one baby daddy with, one or two children, okay? These bitches is going 2 for 2s and 3 for 3s.
And I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
Okay. All right, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. Oh, how many baby daddies you got? And then, it's just, does that matter? You say future, so that's they past. It's not they future. How many kids do you have?
I have one daughter. She's 19.
Do you want more?
I do.
My balloon still pop because I don't want any more.
Okay.
You don't want any more?
Not at all. I have
you can't have any more? You
no, I'm
choose
choosing
not
I
to
choose
have
not to have any more. I have a almost 14-year-old. And
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason for me asking their past about the baby daddies, because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a big...
And the standards that these women have is mind-boggling. Here it is, you have multiple kids, you're obese, you're unruly, and you don't want to have any more kids. So now, you're trying to get in a relationship with a man that may or may not have kids, but he might want to have kids. He can't even pursue that, goal in his life, because, basically, you don't want to have kids no more because you done been there and done that. And another thing, to you brothers out there, these women are always gonna try to judge you off of the men that they've been with before and in times past, okay? And from them sleeping with multiple men, they have multiple demons on them, because the male sperm cell never leaves the woman's body, okay? Once the male sperm enters into the woman's body, it's there, and until she dies, okay? And they've even done autopsies, on these women, and they found this to be true, and those sperm cells hide in all different types all different parts of the female body. Okay, let's go to Ephesians chapter 5 real quick. It says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord." See, these women are against that. They're not with that. They don't say they love the Lord. They say they believe in the Bible. They call themselves Christians. They call themselves this. They call themselves that. Okay, but ultimately, they are completely against the scriptures, man. Okay. It says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife." You see, these women have a problem with that. They have a problem with, the man being over them, and they really don't even when these women say that they're submissive, they really don't understand, being subject to. They really don't understand what that word submissive actually means. Okay, when you go into the word woman, it means female servant. You're a servant to your man. As simple as that. And you're really only supposed to have one man, not multiple men. Okay? That's why the scripture said this is an adulterous and a very adulterous and sinful generation, because we are all adulterers. Okay? And your husband is that man you first slept with. Okay? It says, "For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahushua Mashiach is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body." Okay? Verse 24. It says, "Therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahushua, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything." All right? Let's read that one more time. "Therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahushua Mashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything." Okay, so you're supposed to be subject under your man, all right, in everything. You think these women, out here in this lineup, are down with that? No.
Baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful of what you're dealing with.
Do you necessarily believe that somebody's past is their past that don't determine their future? Because I can look at you and say like you made people make mistakes. And it could happen. I feel like once or twice, okay, some things become a choice, but your past doesn't determine.
When it comes to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
Okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake.
And yes, they have made mistakes, but really the focus is on the mindset, after the mistakes. Okay, these women think they have done no wrong, like the scripture says. Let's get that real quick. They think they've done no wrong. Okay, if you were sorry about your mistakes, if you tried to correct, so it didn't happen again. Okay, and not be proud about the things that you've done. Yeah, let's go to Proverbs chapter 30 real quick. This is Proverbs 30 and 20. It says, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness." And this is the mindset, okay, of the majority of the women on the earth, especially the so-called black woman. Okay? I'm going to read that one more time. Proverbs 30 and 20. "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness." Okay? She doesn't think she's done anything wrong. Her being a harlot, her having multiple children by multiple baby daddies, her being very, masculine, prideful, okay, trying to live her best life, being a free spirit, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Look at you and say like you made people make mistakes. And it could happen. I feel like once or twice, okay, some things become a choice, but your past doesn't determine.
When it comes to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
Okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake? And then so you once is a mistake, and then twice is, I don't believe in that, because I believe things happen.
Sweetheart, twice is on you.
Okay.
You should have learned from that very first mistake. Okay,
Lessons are
and
to
not
be learned.
saying that your child is a mistake, right?
Of course
But the
not.
fact that you chose the wrong man to have kids with, and secondly, not to have a marriage after the next one or before
Marriage
the next
doesn't
one.
determine, and I'm a person that wants to be married, but marriage don't determine anything. I've known people to be married for a long time and it don't work out, baby. So
Okay.
yeah, you are no, honey bun.
Okay.
And sex consummates marriage. Okay? Sex is marriage. The whole getting some paperwork from the state and all that, like the IUIC, likes to, promote. Okay, that you having some paperwork, means nothing. That's nothing but a third party contract. You and that woman are entering in a contract with the state, the government, ultimately these wicked elites. Okay, and they can dictate your marriage, and there's laws established to give power over to the woman in these marriages. Okay, ultimately it's the government, the state, which those are one, and the woman can be brought up against you, and that's what you're fighting for when you get a divorce, man. You go to the court. You're fighting the state and you're fighting that woman. And 9 times out of 10, the women are gonna win that particular dispute in a judicial manner. Okay, because the state is gonna help and give all their effort to helping that woman. All right.
You're too aggressive now.
No problem. Well, the aggressiveness that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something.
stand on what we talking
Our roots
about.
come from Texas, so
Okay, I'm from New Orleans.
okay, so
You know what I
the
mean?
South,
So
the
when
battles
you-
of the South, like I said again.
Yeah, and this is why these women get beat up. This is why these women get with these. Just like we read, a wicked woman is a portion to a wicked man. These wicked ass women, guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai lines them up with some wicked dudes. The Pookies, the Ray Rays, the niggas that just got out. Okay, you got this woman talking about this man's pants being too tight. Well, hey, guess what? The Lord gonna line you up with a nigga whose pants is hanging below his waist. Okay, now his pants might be a little too tight, but at least his pants is around his waist. Okay, hey, hey, like the scripture says, man. Hey, a wicked woman is given to a portion of a wicked man, roughly paraphrasing, man. These women reject someone that's decent, and I'm not saying, this guy right here is decent. I'm just giving, for, the video purpose. Okay, they'll reject a man that's decent, has somewhat of morals and values, because of the smallest little thing. You ain't had the right shoes on. Oh, I ain't like what kind of watch you have on. I ain't like your t-shirt, And then they'll go and get with Pookie and Ray Ray that just got out, smoking weed, selling drugs, who beats her and hits her and there's all, as a menace to society. And then they expect you to come after that.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
No problem. Have a good day, love.
If we can have your name and age.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm 37.
And Shay, what do you
Hello,
do?
Shay.
I am an insurance adjuster, and I'm just waiting to take my real estate license.
Very nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just based off of the energy. I didn't want to pop it too soon. I like to feel you out first, but just based off of the energy and the conversations that were had between the women, just overall, that's it.
So you a follower?
No. I went out. That's why I said I didn't pop it right away. I wanted to see for myself.
So you didn't like my responses and the women that I responded to? You didn't like the responses?
Just the energy from it. Yeah.
The energy is too strong for you, huh?
Not necessarily too strong. I just didn't too much care for it.
That's understandable. I respect that, though.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Davinia, and I'm 41.
And Davinia, what do you do?
I'm a compliance analyst for a payment process.
It's all these black ass bitches, man. I don't see why you Jakes keep coming on this show. Hey, y'all should be asking this woman right here in the turquoise, the one that runs the show. Hey, y'all should set up some guidelines for y'all go on this show. Hey, what type of woman y'all got on the show? I ain't got to see them, but I mean, come on, mix it up a little bit. You know, it's always these black ass chicks, man. You know, different color hair, weave. You know, out of shape. You know, tattoos all over the goddamn body. Multiple children, multiple kids.
In company.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon. I was waiting because I was trying to feel the energy, the vibe, the connection.
Oh, there we go, the vibe. Yeah, the so-called black woman loves using that word, the vibe. You know, she got to feel the vibe.
Feel the energy, the vibe, the connection, chemistry. And I believe he was speaking very well, very suave, handsome gentleman. So I was trying to give it some time. But then it started to feel like an attack. And I didn't like or agree with the attack. So that was why I popped my balloon.
Okay. So you say it felt like an attack. Can you elaborate on that?
You don't judge people from their past or...
Yeah, well, see, you know, it's, in other words, that word attack she's using, you know, basically that translates into she don't, you know, had a problem with his standards that he was setting forth for these women, you know. They had a problem with, you know, the certain things that he was looking for and would require out of a woman he was, you know, going to be involved with. Okay. Basically, she's, you know, completely against being in any type of order under a man.
You like to start off with a clean slate. I don't think that if a relationship works out for a woman and it happens to be her second baby daddy, per se, I don't think that's her fault. So if she decides to stay and marry the man, like Brian says, then that means she's settling. And I don't agree with a woman having to settle just because the opinions of others thinking that, you know, it's going to be her fault. It's her fault because it didn't work out. No.
Okay.
Because people...
And look at this woman in the black dress. Look at this type of attitudes that they have, man. You know, you 44 years old, you got multiple kids, and you single. You lost.
They start off with different personas, and then you slowly kind of learn who they really are. So if you decide to walk away because that situation isn't healthy for you, that doesn't mean that it's your fault that it didn't work out.
Okay. Okay. So there's 4 billion women on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black American from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I have the choice to have the pick of the litter.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Let's run that back.
Start off with different personas, and then you slowly kind of learn who they really are. So if you decide to walk away because that situation isn't healthy for you, that doesn't mean that it's your fault that it didn't work out.
Okay. Okay. So there's 4 billion women on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black American from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I have the choice to have the pick of the litter.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you
I
have the
understand
choice.
that.
You have the choice. We all have.
Yeah, you did. You damn right. We have the choice, and we ain't picking your ass. That's the reason you on the show. You're single. You old. That's the reason you on the dating apps. That's the reason y'all in these streets. And quite frankly, y'all is for the streets, man. Y'all's for the streets. Let's go to Proverbs 7 and 11. It says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. And another thing, y'all all got children. Where y'all's kids at? You know, y'all got 3, 4 kids, you know, and they all got different baby daddies. You know, they done went, you know, over to the baby daddy's house and dropped the kids off. Say, I got to go to this dating show. Through. Yo, the so-called black woman is through. It says she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without. Now in the streets. Hey, these women are for the streets, man. The majority of the so-called black women are for the streets. Okay? It says, now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. Okay? And we ain't got to deal with you so-called black woman. Hey, we ain't got to deal with you Israelite woman. We can bring the nation of Israel out of these heathen women. Okay, and the majority, I should say, a lot of these heathen women are more submissive. They're they're less outspoken, so to speak. Okay, they're okay with you know certain order, being under their man. You don't see the so-called white woman acting like this. Okay, if this was a different scenario on this show, you would be getting different types of reactions and answers out of women of these other nations. Okay. Let's read Proverbs 7:11, and again it says, "She is loud and stubborn; her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner." And you got the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American men, waking up in high volume, to these women. Okay, their gangs, their gimmicks, their schemes, and just to the bullshit. Okay, and a lot of these men are tired of it, man. Okay, and you women have reached your pinnacle. You've climbed that mountain. Okay, by the help of Esau, Edom, and now you're on the decline. Okay, and soon, guess what? You're gonna hit the bottom, rock bottom.
A choice.
I have the choice, but you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. So I'm not judging
and
you.
I understand.
And you can't make this shit up. She said, "You ain't gonna judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me. Then I'm not for you." You right. Hey, you gotta go get Pookie and Ray Ray. All right. Yeah, you women should be lining up outside these prisons and jailhouses, man, looking for men. Okay? Because as old as y'all is, it's at y'all's age with the kids and the baby daddies and the baggage that you have, you should be begging men to get with you. Okay? There shouldn't be no choice and options and all that. Nah. You should be, begging a man to be in a relationship with you and willing to do anything he says.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you
preference.
have?
I have 3.
You have
25, 18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay, so it's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So
Yeah, man. These women are through, man. Especially the so-called black woman, man. She's done, man. She's done. I'm gonna read this one more time, and then we can close out. This is Proverbs 7:11. It says, "She is loud and stubborn; her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets." These women are for the streets, man. It says, "Now in the streets, and lieth and wait at every corner." Hey, Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next time, Shalom.